you're lost and lonely, go and figure out why. Take a trip to your dark side, go on and have a good cry. 'Cause we're all lonely, yeah, we're all lonely together. I wanna see your sadness, I wanna share your sin, I wanna bleed your blood, and I wanna be let in. Don't we all just wanna be together? Leave what's heavy behind. Leave what's heavy behind. If your face is down, take a look around. Do your fingers move? Do your lungs inflate? Are you tired? Are you weary of the hidden hate you've been holding? Hey, did you lose that love, or have you never had it? Are you feeling sad 'cause you did a bad thing? Hey, leave what's heavy behind. Leave what's heavy behind. Are you feeling fearful, brother? Are you feeling fearful, sister? The only way to lose that fearful feeling, replace it with love that's healing. Are you feeling fearful, brother? Are you feeling fearful, sister? Leave what's heavy behind. Leave what's heavy behind. Leave what's heavy behind. Leave what's heavy behind.
We need a bigger church. There's gratitude again for all the people who are working on that very thing right now. I'm Reverend David Schwartz, minister here at the Unitarian Universalist Church of Boulder, and so glad to be with you, many of you full of pancakes. Joined by Dr. Emily Koriath, our music director, Rachel Alba, our director of religious education, who is not here this morning, is homesick. I hope if she's not watching right now, she hears that on the recording. It may be that the last 3 weeks have already felt about 4 years long. It may be that you were hoping not to think about any of that this morning. It may be that life is already complicated aside from anything going on in the world whatsoever. Here's the thing. Some of us are bringing, in this moment, this morning, our very best selves to this space. And some of us, I would bet most of us, are bringing our struggling selves to this space. All of us are welcome here, and you are loved. Whatever your internal weather is, you are loved. And because our hearts have gotten a little beat up this week, I might have forgotten how to open, how to trust, how to rest. That's the work. And you're welcome here, no matter how much your heart is bruised. Maybe you're joining online. There's a visitor form in the description. We'd love to connect with you. Maybe you're joining in person in our new seats over there that are added and already filled up. Maybe you're down here in front, especially kids. If you want to come down in front, there's space on the floor or on the front steps. One of the things I love about the congregation, wherever you're sitting, is that we take really seriously that different bodies have different needs. And if you are a small, wiggly person, you are welcome in this room. And if you are a person who needs to step out at some point, that's okay. It is okay to leave and not sit there and be uncomfortable. Good preaching should make you uncomfortable. I mean, the right amount of uncomfortable. You take care of your body. There's a place for everyone, by which I mean you. Scott, can I invite you to come join me up here? Scott just... Hey! Thanks. Several times each year, we have the joy of welcoming new members into this community. And each time a person joins this community, it changes them and it changes all of us, too. To recognize and to welcome new members is also to remake the congregation. We're here through it all to do the mundane and holy work of making a life in community. We weep together and laugh together. We sing and sit silent together. And we serve on committees, and we bring food for potlucks, and we flip pancakes, and we mourn our dead, and bless our children, and break our hearts open to the world.
May I invite our new members to come forward. To become a member is to pledge yourself to the common good of this church. You're not just a consumer, but a co-creator. To be a member means to welcome the next people coming through our doors. Each new member who joins our church brings gifts and needs, questions and answers. We welcome each of you for the unique contributions you have to make to our congregation, and for the unrealized potential within us that you will help bring forth. We are the stewards holding this church in trust for the generations that will succeed us. Perfect. Thank you, Emily. We give you these books, Food for the Mind. We give you the care and community of all those here, room for the heart and soul to grow. We give you these roses brought forth from the earth as a token of your lifelong spiritual unfolding. May this be a house that holds the fullness of your life, body and mind, heart and soul.
Congregation, you know very well that belonging is something that can only come from all of you. In that spirit, will you welcome our new members with joy and affirm them and pledge to support them? Will you work to know them and allow yourself to be known by them? Will you commit to being one people, both unique and united? If so, please give an enthusiastic yes.
Yes! Members, will you accept the gifts and responsibilities of membership and the covenant of love, respect, and service? Will you pledge to support our congregation and the association of which it is a part as we are able, with our hearts and hands, our talents, and treasure? If so, please give an enthusiastic yes.
Yes.
Thank you. Our flaming chalice is the symbol of our Unitarian Universalist tradition. It suggests that perhaps within all of our separate selves burns a flame of unity and compassion and connection, which once felt can't be extinguished. And so we gather, shining our light into each other's lives. I'd like to invite Kate Weinstein to light this morning's chalice.
Good morning. My name is Kate Weinstein. I have been a Unitarian Universalist my whole life, and I grew up going to the UU Church in Framingham, Massachusetts. My husband David and I were married in that church 35 years ago. Not long after getting married, David and I moved to Boulder. I attended the Boulder Valley UU Fellowship for 15 years at both their Boulder and Lafayette locations. Our kids, Josh and Melanie, went to religious education at the UU Fellowship. I moved to this church in 2009 and feel grateful for many enduring friendships in this all-ages faith community. Many of you are aware of our Share Our Plate program, where our church donates a portion of the offering plate to various local nonprofit organizations. Today, I want to introduce you to something I have supported for many years, the Unitarian Universalist Service Committee, UUSC. UUSC has been working for more than 80 years to advance human rights and social justice around the world. They began in 1940 during World War II, providing humanitarian aid to European refugees. Their work is grounded in the belief that all people have inherent power and dignity. UUSC partners with grassroots organizations run by and for the people directly affected by global injustices. Some examples of UUSC's work include supporting young climate activists in the Marshall Islands and LGBTQ+ leaders in Ukraine. UUSC helps fund Haitian academics researching racism's impacts on migrants of color in the United States and trans organizers forming networks of safety in the US. All of this amazing work requires donations. This year, the UU Church of Boulder is joining many UU churches around the country to hand out Guest at Your Table boxes and Stories of Hope booklets. The Stories of Hope booklet gives information about some of their partner organizations. This year, UUSC is celebrating the 50th anniversary of Guest at Your Table. Let's all welcome a guest at our table and put coins or bills in the box at each evening meal. I remember as a child putting coins in the Guest at Your Table box before supper. In early January, you return your box here to the church, and we send the money to the Unitarian Universalist Service Committee. I will have a table in the Sky Room after the service to give out boxes and booklets and answer questions about alternate ways to donate or become a member of UUSC. I light our chalice this morning with words from Reverend Cynthia Landrum. Flame of our faith, call us into the community of love and justice this morning and every morning.
As the members of the Chancel Cats make their way back up to the chancel, will you please rise in body or spirit? We're going to get ready to sing our opening hymn. If you've not heard it before, hang in there because it repeats a bunch of times, and I am sure that you will catch on. I believe in you.
You gotta keep your heart wide open, though the waves wanna push you around. You gotta keep your heart wide open till your faith leads you back to solid ground. You gotta keep your heart wide open, though the waves wanna push you around. You gotta keep your heart wide open till your faith leads you back to solid ground. You gotta keep your heart wide open, though the waves wanna push you around. Gotta keep your heart wide open till your faith leads you back to solid ground. Go there. You gotta keep your heart wide open, though the waves wanna push you around. You gotta keep your heart wide open till your faith leads you back to solid ground.
Can we invite, especially if there are any younger people, if there are any kids who want to come down to the front? We have a story that is for everybody, but especially for smaller people. Here we go. I want you just for a minute to close your eyes and imagine a desert. Some of you have probably been to a desert, some haven't. But I want you to imagine a desert with almost no people in it. Not a city like Boulder, not even like a mountain town. I'm in a desert where you can walk a long, long way before you see even one other person. You got it? Okay, that's the desert. That I met a girl who lived among the bare grass and the yuccas and the cactus and the rocks, who lived among the deep ravines and the hawk's nests and the cliffs, and all the coyote trails that wind among them. And I asked her, when I met her, right here with me, I asked her, don't you feel disconnected from the world living out here? Maybe a little depressed sometime?
Disconnected? Depressed? How could I feel that way? I'm the one in charge of celebrations.
Celebrations? Out here?
I put myself in charge, and I choose my own celebrations. Last year, I gave myself 108 celebrations besides the ones they closed school for. And I write them down in my notebook.
Like what kind of celebrations do you have?
Well... Oh, here's the great one. Oh, you should have been here for Dancing Devil's Day. But since you weren't, I'll tell you how it got to be my first real celebration. You can call them whirlwinds if you want to, but I think that Dust Devils has a better sound. Well, anyway, I always stop to watch them. Here, everyone does. You know how they come from far away, and they move up from the flats, and they swirl, and then they kind of fall a little bit, and then they turn around, and they pick up sticks and sand and feathers, and other dry tumbleweeds. Well, last March 11th, we were all going somewhere, and I was in the back of a pickup truck when the Dust Devils started to gather. And you could see they were giants. You'd swear they were calling their friends to come too. And they came, dancing in time to their own windy music. We all started counting. We all started looking for more. They stopped the truck, and we turned around and around, watching them all. There were 7. At a time like that, something kind of goes crazy inside of you. You have to run to meet them, laughing all the way. Will you laugh with me? And you have to whirl around like you were one of them. Can you whirl your arms around? Yeah. And then all day, you think how lucky you were to be there. Some of my best celebrations are sudden surprises like that. If you weren't outside at that exact moment, you'd miss it. I spend a lot of time outside just looking around.
That is an amazing moment. Definitely that's worthy of celebration. Can I look through your notebook? Can I see some of the other things that you celebrated?
Of course.
Okay, August 9th, Rainbow Celebration Day. Yeah. Today, I saw a triple rainbow that ended in a canyon. And I was halfway up a hill, standing in a drizzle of rain, and it was almost dark, but I wasn't going to go inside because of the rainbows. And there at the top of the hill, a jackrabbit was standing up on its hind legs, perfectly still, looking straight at the same rainbow that I was. I may be the only person in the world who's seen a rabbit watching 3 rainbows.
Oh, look up September 28th. That's Coyote Day. It's one of my favorites.
September 28th, Coyote Day. I was lucky today because I met a coyote.
Yeah, I did.
That sounds amazing.
You should have been there.
I was following deer tracks, taking my time, bending down. I was kind of humming, and I looked up, and I saw a young coyote trotting through the brush. It was a windy day. She was going east in that easy, silent way that coyotes move, pushing into the wind, and I stood there, hardly breathing, wishing I could move like that. And then she stopped and turned and looked at me. She seemed to think that I was just another creature out there following the rocky trail. And she didn't hurry, and she wasn't afraid. She wasn't threatening. I saw her eyes, and she saw mine. And that look held us together.
Yeah, because of that look, I don't think I will ever feel the same way again. To celebrate Coyote Day this past year, I walked the same trail and I hummed just like I did that day. And then I unwrapped the feast that I brought for the coyote. This year I brought 3 apples and some pumpkin seeds, an ear of corn, and some big soft homemade cookies. And guess what? The next day, there were coyote tracks all over the rock where the food had been, and all the food was gone. Next year, I'm going to make it even better. I'm going to bring an extra feast so that I can eat there with her. Do you have anything you want to celebrate?
Things have been a little rough lately. The world has been a little rough lately. I feel like I've got more that weighs heavy on my heart than I have to celebrate.
Yeah, that happens to me too, but that's actually when it's most important to find things to celebrate. What helps me is to imagine all of my worries and fears and my sadness being held by the whole entire earth and all of the people in it. I sometimes can't carry it all by myself, but I know that in community, my pain gets lighter and all of my joys get bigger.
That is just like what we do at church. Our stones make a ritual place to hold all of that. So like, kids, in your religious education classes, you place stones and you share things that are going well or were really hard this week. And 9 a.m. service crew out here, we do the same thing at our service on the other side of that wall. And 11 o'clock crew, there are too many of you to all share what's going on. But we do the same thing. We come up and place a stone silently. And each time, whatever room that's in that we're doing this thing, each time our pain gets a little lighter, our joy gets a little bigger. Today, kids, can I ask you to help with this? I want to make sure that every person in this room gets a stone. In just a moment, we're going to sing together. And when we sing together, can I give you some bowls of stones, and will you take them out? We can't all stand up and move around, but will you take the bowls of stones out and make sure everyone in the room gets one? Yeah, cool. Everyone's going to hold on to this stone as they sing. And right at the same time as making music together, think of the joy that lifts you up or the sorrow that weighs you down or both. And once you know what that thing is for yourself, right here and now, lift up your stone and keep it held up as we sing from our seats so that we fill this whole room with a landscape of good things and hard things, all together, all at once, all around us. So Emily's going to sing, and kids, will you come grab these stones from me and pass them out?
There is a love holding me. There is a this side go first. There is a love holding us. This side. There is a love holding us. There is a love holding all that we love. There is a love holding all. We rest in this love. There is a love holding us. There is a love holding all that we love. There is a love holding all. We rest in this love. There is a love holding us. There is a love holding all that we love. There is a love holding all. We rest in this love. One more time. There is a love holding us. There is a love holding all that we love. There is a love holding all. We rest in this love. We rest. We rest in this love.
These stones that you hold are all the joys and sorrows on our hearts. And to each that we have individually, we add and we hold in the love of this community. Laurel Sepala Etra, concern for her surgery coming on Tuesday. We hold in joy Barbara Mofezi, whose Aunt Anna Erickson is 106 years old today. We hold in memory it's 61 years, just a few days ago, since JFK's assassination. And we hold in hope everything unspoken on our hearts. Sit with your stone through the service, and at the end, return it to the basket outside as you leave. So, okay. We have felt our feelings. We've named the things that are difficult and heavy. I am ready to celebrate. How do we do this? Can I just do a celebration?
Oh, yeah, of course. Anyone can have their own celebrations.
Is it okay, though? It feels weird to celebrate when other people are struggling.
That's when it's the most important to celebrate. And when we're fighting to make the world a better place, celebrations remind us exactly what it is that we're fighting for. What are we trying to save? We're fighting so that celebration abounds and is a way of life. And it is actually available, even when there's fighting all around us.
So how do we do that? How do we celebrate?
The first step is slowing down and making sure that you make time to notice. Once you slow down, then you can start to notice and become aware of what's around you. This might be easier in a place with less people in it, like the desert, but you can do it anywhere. And then you have to feel inside your own body to notice what feels exciting and be open to the surprise and the delight. You might notice when your body feels more excited. You can tell that what you're experiencing is worth a celebration because your heart will start to beat really fast and you'll feel like you're standing on top of a mountain and you'll catch your breath like you were breathing some new kind of air. Can you think of a time like that?
I can, actually. On March 24th of this year, I remember at this service there was an announcement made that made everyone in the whole room applaud and laugh with delight and smile big wide smiles. Some of you were here then. Do you remember what this was? What did we find out on March 24th? Yeah! Baby!
Baby!
That was the day that Karina and Tom Denkenwolf shared with this congregation the birth of their son, Anton. And today, we get to do more celebrating. Shall we practice it?
Yes!
Let's do it. Let's practice some celebration. All right, Karina and Tom and Anton. Hey, come. You're gonna come right on up here. Friends, it has been a while since we've gotten to do a baby dedication all together, and I'm awfully excited to celebrate with y'all. Today, we recognize a child among us, and we mark his presence in our community. We renew as we look upon him our own sense of wonder at all living things, at life itself. This dedication is the act by which parents and congregation profess the intention to do all in their power to guide the growth of a child in the ways of beauty and truth and love. And we rededicate ourselves to remaking the world that it might be safe enough and just enough and beautiful and loving enough to receive this deserving new member. In our liberal religious tradition, we don't believe that original sin must be cleansed. There is nothing wrong with your child. Instead, in this ceremony, we dedicate ourselves to children and baptize them in love. Is there other family who should come up? Yeah. Come up. You're getting the nod. Come up. Come join me. No? Yeah, come on up here, right on that side. Yeah, you bear some responsibility. Tom and Karina, you come with serious and solemn purpose, first to dedicate yourselves as parents. Will you care for one another and yourselves tenderly? And will you nourish in Anton a loving and an open heart and an honest and a searching mind and an upright conscience and a wonder-filled spirit? If so, say we will. We will. Family, George and Janet, you gather to honor this precious new life that's their child. Do you pledge yourselves to the best of your abilities to serve with love as model and guide and support Anton's parents and him alike? If so, please say we will.
We will.
All right, children and youth, this is your moment. You actually have work to do here also. Will you please stand up right where you are? You can climb up, stand up on the pews if your adult says that's safe. Seriously though, climb right up, stand up. Yeah, you're good. You kids are the closest to Anton in age, and you all are gonna work and play in the same world, and it's good that he should be surrounded by all of you. Do you promise to respect and care for him and to teach and learn from and know him? If so, please say we will. We will. Yeah, right on. Gathered community, all of us. All right, y'all can be seated. Adults, you can stay seated also. Do you take upon yourselves the privilege and the responsibility to defend and encourage the freedom of this child and the growth of his spirit? If so, please say we do. We do. Can I grab it? Hey, buddy. I know, right? What name do you give this child?
Anton Michael Denkenwolf.
Anton Michael Denkenwolf. You are named by the love of your parents. And we name you as your parents have named you. May you know great joy and great peace and great love. We bless you with water, clear as your spirit, ancient symbol of purity on your brow and your lips and your hands, to dedicate your thoughts and your words and your deeds to serving our common life and humanity. And we give you each. Parents, thank you. Thanks. Would you like a flower? You want to grab this? No, that was a little much. There's no thorns. This flower symbolizes the unfolding life that you live. A flower grows only when it receives care and nurture, and no flower grows alone, and so too no child grows alone. Anton, may your days be long, and may you be blessed and be a blessing on this earth. Amen. Thank you so much. Welcome. All right, thank you. Celebration isn't a thing to do just when times are easy, and celebration isn't a lonely activity. Always we remember that we're part of a wider community, just like Anton. In recognition of that interdependence, the fact that we are in this world for one another, each week we split our offering with a nonprofit group in the area doing work for justice. And this month we split our offering with Planned Parenthood of the Rocky Mountains, whose work is more important now than it ever has been. And one day I will not have to say those words again. But for today, I invite you to give as generously as you're able. Scan the QR code or make a donation as the ushers pass the baskets, that these gifts be used to enact justice, bringing peace and love to this community.
We give thanks for this precious day, for those gathered here and those far away, for this time we share with love and care. Oh, we give thanks for this precious day. Oh, we give thanks for this precious day. For those gathered here and those far
Here's Here's the thing. Some of us bring our struggling selves to this space. Some of us bring our best self. Some of us show up, already things are fine, you're good. Most of us, all of us, sooner or later, bring our struggling selves to this space. This is a house for all of it. This is a house of community. This is a house for all your loves and your fears and your hopes. This is a house for the holy and mundane work of making our lives and weaving them together. One of the things that I love about this congregation is the fullness of life that makes room both for mourning and for celebration, both at once, that honors our beloved dead and blesses our babies and sings our way into the world that we dream. Go in peace and amen.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Skies of blue are next. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright, blessed day and the dark, sacred night. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Time for the harmonica solo. Colors of the rainbow. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people passing by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, "How do you do?" They're really saying, "I love you." I see or hear babies cry.